I've been listening to Janis Joplin all day. She's awesome. I knew she was awesome, but I don't think I ever knew quite how awesome. A song came on in my legs, and I feel like a lot of the time things just kind of... That actually might be cool to leave it like that. Or is that weird? Maybe it's cool to leave the notches on it. Or maybe I should rip it. Anyway. Ooh, you know what's going to be cool, actually? If it's ripped on all the sides. See, now we're thinking. And now this is making it much cooler than I ever even thought it would be. Janis Joplin. A song came on that I don't think I even knew I had liked, or you know how you like songs but you know they just get lost in there. That happens for me. Anyway. I can't remember which song came on. Anyway, I just started like, you know, when a song comes on and you're just, and I was just moving and grooving and yelling and screaming by the end of the car ride, just going through everything of hers. She is phenomenal. I don't know. I saw this TikTok the other day that was like, when you find a song that you love but you kind of think that you're someone with music taste that should have already found it. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like silly to admit when you discover things that people know about very widely. I know that might be really dumb because we're always discovering things. How could you know everything all the time, even the stuff everybody knows about? Anyway, that's what happened to me today. I was having a really hard week. I get very, very bad premenstrual depression, PMDD or whatever. Okay, so it could be like that. And then we could have them coming in like that. Or they could be all ripped on all the sides. I think all ripped on all the sides looks cooler. And then there's some yellow peeking out. That's very nice. And then we can also give some homage to David and his yellow. Anyway, but yeah, and I was having a really hard week with it, and every single week, or every single month it happens to me and I forget it happens, and I go to my girlfriend and I say it's over, my depression's back, it's never left, oh my god, maybe even all the times I think I'm happy, I'm actually really sad inside, it's back, oh my god, what do I do? And I freak out, and every month she goes, you say this every time, and then you get your period and you're totally fine, and I don't believe it until I get my period and I'm totally fine. I gotta figure that out. If you have some suggestions, let me know, because my shit's all out of whack. What was I saying? Oh, getting to the point. I described it as 2 lead balls. She always has me describe things as physical objects, which is really helpful. Anyway, 2 lead balls, and it's like my eyes have fishing hooks on them, and it's like they're like dragging my eyes down by the floor, and they're like connected to my feet, and I'm like, does that make sense? Like a puppet, but yeah, that's how it feels. It's like, oh my, like my eyes are so heavy. She always asks me where I feel things also, like it's like depression or anxiety or fear or shame or whatever it is. She always asks like where it feels in my body and how it feels, which is really cool. Somatic, I guess. Anyway, back to what we're doing. She suggested I do a messy art project about my lead balls. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm really enjoying vlogging. This is nice. It's like a journal, but I get to share it with people. I've been so afraid to vlog, I think. I don't know if I'm afraid. I don't know what it is. I got really scared and sad about all my old videos at one point when I looked at them, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. You are so weird. You're so different. Which is so silly, and also something I need to work on, but I think I'm afraid of embarrassing myself again. There are moments where I'll just be like awake at night and think about something I put in a YouTube video or something, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Don't do that again. That's how my brain is. Don't do that again. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be, everyone's gonna think you're weird and embarrassing. Anyway, but you know, I think at a point, I did think I was weird and embarrassing, and I don't really think so anymore. Not that that means like I should have been weird and embarrassed. I think it's just more of a, you get what I'm saying. That I could very well be weird and embarrassing right now to somebody else, but I'm not feeling weird and embarrassed. And I think that's what matters. Maybe I will in a year from now, but I don't think I will. I think it's fine. Anyway, they're all weird and embarrassing a little sometimes. Wonder if I have enough yet. Oh my gosh. And we can do all different patchwork shapes on everything, you guys. This is great, but we're gonna need more. I always feel the need when I start any sort of project like this to do it, or I just made a little bag the other day, which I'm really excited about. I feel the need to sit down and do it for however long it takes until it's finished. Why would I do it if I can't finish it right now and see it in my hands at the end of it? I think that's really silly. It's 10:30 right now. And why would I ever assume I'm going to finish something like this in one sitting? Maybe that's not how it's supposed to go. Anyway, why would I just want to ask a question and be like, so guys, you seen any good movies? I don't really watch movies. I should watch movies. Haven't been reading books lately either. Definitely would like to be reading more books. Been listening to Mel Robbins and shit, trying to figure it out. I love a podcast. I do. I don't know if it's the most enriching for me sometimes, though, in certain areas. I mean, in certain areas, it's great. But sometimes it can get so clinical. Because I get in this mode where everything I consume, I'm like, I have to be learning from it. I have to be, no. So I'll listen to, Mel Robbins or like, is that a firework? Or Philosophize This. That's a great podcast, but you don't need to be learning all the time. Maybe sometimes your soul needs to be learning. I'm sorry if that sounded silly. Oh, we're almost out of paper. Used an entire sketchbook on this. Maybe that wasn't the smartest. No, I mean, I wasn't using it otherwise, so it's probably fine. It's a lot of paper. Okay, I think I'm gonna go get some good tape. Do you like my slippers? Anyway, I went in my junk drawer and I found everything I needed and more. I love a kitchen junk drawer. There's always exactly what you need in there. Glue dots, acrylic paint that's pearl black, which seems like that could be really cool. It's like a shimmer to it. Some fabric that I think could be useful. I want to do like some sort of multimedia thing. And cookies from my favorite Thai restaurant that they always come in the takeout and save them. Anyway. Oh, there's our first one. Something I've been trying to work on recently is the pace at which I approach my life in every aspect. Everything I've ever wanted, everything I want to do, I want immediately right now, all the time. And I feel like I'm rushing through my life in a crazy way a lot of the time. I mean, I think I've gotten better at it, but I don't want to miss anything. You know the song by Alice Boogaloo, I Want to Live Life Like I Mean It? If you don't, you should. That's what I mean. I want to notice everything. I want to pay attention to everything. I want to be as here of a person as possible for myself and for other people. I was noticing even as I was gluing the dots on these, I'm putting 9 of them on each to make sure they're actually secure. And every one I do, I'm kind of getting frustrated with how long it's taking to glue the dots on here and wishing I could do it faster, or if there was maybe another way I could put the glue dots on the paper. There is no other way. It's just got to pick one off and put it on there. And I know this might sound silly, but it's like, well, I could maybe even enjoy the way that the glue dot feels on my hand when I pick it off, and the way that each of them stick differently on there. Different shape, does that make sense? And I could notice that and pay attention to it and think that's cool. Instead of just putting the glue dots on as a means to getting this on there. Which it is, but everything could be that every single day. I've been trying to do that with driving. Like, I am a reckless driver because I just want to go so fast to where I'm going that I completely miss the process of driving that could be really great and enjoyable sometimes. I got a really old car, so now I have to go slow and pay very close attention to everything I'm doing. And it's been really cool. It's been teaching me a lot about that. I love when I'm forced to do that, even with like the glue dots. There's no other way around it. It's just gonna take a long time and kind of piss me off. I'm kind of patchworking these now. I didn't really want to, but then I did this one that way, and then I couldn't take it off because I didn't want to re-glue the dots. So I don't know if I like it like that, but maybe I do. And these aren't patchwork unless I added another layer. But maybe that's part of the message for me. I don't know, I'll find it in there somewhere. Anyway, I've been trying to slow down. Sometimes I do good with it, sometimes I do horribly with it. The days I do good, I realize I feel good and I am proud of what I made or did or how I treated people or how I treated myself, and I actually feel happy, and it's great. And the days I don't, I usually, at some point, if I have enough of them in a row, end up having a breakdown about how I need to change something in my life and hyperventilating about how I'm so stressed all the time about nothing, so I just stress myself out. I think it's really just hard for me to, this is also something I'm working on in therapy a lot, to trust that if I go in a normal pace or if I slow down, I take my time, that I will get things done, that I will achieve what I want to, etc. Oh, I like the other side better. Maybe this is part of the exercise where I undo the glue dots, even though I really don't like how tedious it is and I really don't want to do it. I'd be much happier with it if it was this side of the paper instead of the other one. So I'm going to do it. Because I'm talking about that right now. And what is it going to take me? An extra 20 seconds? But anyway, I think I've always tried to put efficiency into every part of my life of wondering where I could take a shortcut and how I could get it done faster, and to the point of even like, oh, if I'm making tea, I can put the honey on the spoon before I do it and put the tea back. Like, to save myself 5 seconds, genuinely, and I don't know what that is. I think I kind of developed this thing where I only felt safe and like worthy of success when I was really stressed out and everything felt hard, and I don't know. I think there's part of me that doesn't trust that if I actually am happy and enjoying myself, that I will be successful or do get what I want, etc. And that's really silly and not true, because I actually get way more that I want when I am taking my time and happy and not stressed out and enjoying my life, because that's what it's about. Also, to that point, it's not about getting what I want if I'm not happy getting there. Then I just wasted years or however long, even a day of my life, being unhappy to get from point A to point B when I could have been enjoying the journey. But people say this all the time, but it's true. And I mean, sometimes things are cliche for a reason. Oh, the other thing is, when I imagine this point that I want to be at, the person I am with all my goals and dreams, she's not stressed out and freaked out and breaking down every 2 seconds and trying to efficiently make her tea the fastest possible. She's literally just chilling, and she's happy, and she's present, and she treats people kindly with presence, and treats herself kindly with presence and objects, and you know. And how would I ever expect to get there to her being the opposite? It's not just gonna magically I get things I want and then I turn into her. You get what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want to. Anyway, I'll show you guys what. Do you want to see why I like this side better? See how these edges are just plainly ripped? And then these edges have, you know, a little half kind of ripped from them, and they have more texture to them. And I will remember that. Should we put this one in a special spot because it meant something? You know what? I just thought of something good. I have this choice of top, bottom, or middle, and I was like, oh, that feels special. It's at the top. And then I was like, no, we're trying to have balance here in our bones, what that was for. And maybe she's gonna go right in the middle of this, at least, little panel on the side. I'm liking this. Thank you, therapist. And I got to the last piece of paper in the sketchbook, and I kind of just started haphazardly ripping it. And I was like, oh, that's not how I should do it. That's not how I was supposed to be ripping them. And I came out with this shape that's different from the other ones. This is so silly. I guess this is very much why my therapist told me to do this. I wasn't going to put it on there, or I was going to fix it. And then I remembered this conversation we had. I was kind of just struggling to figure out where I fit, basically. Just among people I admire, people doing things I want to be doing, in my space, in my job, in my life. Where do I fit? And kind of which archetype do I fall under? And figuring out how to line up that. I literally started crying over this, which sounds kind of crazy, but something about it literally made me burst out into tears. She said a very simple concept that I know a lot of people say, but therapy sometimes things that just hit you crazy. Basically, she asked me to imagine what maybe there's no archetype for you to fit in. There's no thing you have to try and be like, what would it feel like if there actually was a perfectly Madison-sized shape hole for you? And you don't have to try and fit into any of all those other things. I know that sounds really simple, but the way she said it, and I think she phrased it in some way that she was like, how would that feel if that was true? Like, what if there's a possibility that that's true, that you don't have to do anything to try and be anything, that you can actually just be exactly how you are, don't have to change anything, and that's it. And I literally burst into tears because it was like this insane weight lifted off my chest. The idea that I wouldn't have to try, period, like that I wouldn't have to feel pressure of being perceived a certain way, or being something or whatever to get the things I want, or to be successful, or to be liked, and all those things. The idea that that pressure didn't have to exist was so revolutionary to me. I know it's something that in practice, of course, that should be how it is. You're supposed to be yourself. We talk about this all the time. But I had never actually felt in my body, I guess, what that would feel like if I really didn't feel that. If I really believed, and it really was true, that that was there for me. That I didn't have to do any of that anymore. Anyway, I think anything that makes me that emotional means a lot. So I've been trying to think about that a lot. And it's been feeling a lot easier to do things with that in mind. Everything. Anyway, back to the paper. All of them were perfectly shaped, and I wanted to make them all perfectly shaped. And then I made this one, and I said, maybe that's me. And maybe she goes right there. And that's my little reminder. Now that I have a canvas, I think I might just start whacking at it on my own, and I'll let you know how that goes. One ball down.